I love making something out of nothing. I'm not trained, but I am brave and determined. Of course, I could hire a professional, but DIY first. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Vlogmas. And in today's episode, I'm going to be decorating our den. So this is the room where we spend most of our time. This is the TV room, and this is just like the comfortable space. This is also the room that I usually turn into a banquet hall if I need to host an event or something like that. And so this is the way it is right now. Is kind of the leftover aftermath from Thanksgiving. I host Thanksgiving every year, and I have my family and friends and their families and friends over, so it's usually a pretty big gathering. And so some of the things that you see around are leftover from that event that needs to be put away, but it's generally a clean slate. But I have pulled out all of my Christmas decor. I may have some additional DIYs or something like that that I may do, because I am trying to build up my collection of decor that I could then reuse year after year. And so right now, the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is focus on clearing the space and getting it ready to decorate. Hey y'all, it's the next day, and I got tired last night, so I went to bed, but I have all my stuff out. So I'm gonna pull all my stuff out and see, so I can kind of get a picture of what all I have and what I have to work with. It's a lot of stuff. See, a lot of this I didn't even know I had. Okay. I got more stuff than I thought. Okay. All right, so first things first, we're gonna put the tree, or I'm gonna put the tree up. Okay guys, as you can see, some of the lights are not working. I am not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know if it's a fuse or if it's bulbs. I've never dealt with this before. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas about whether this may be like a fuse type issue, obviously you don't know what kind of tree this is, but I can see here that the lights seem to plug into the base. Obviously it's a rotating tree, which is why I like it so much. And I really don't want to get rid of it, but I don't know. For now, I may just buy some additional white lights and just kind of string them in the area where it's dark, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and proceed. So my method for decorating the tree is I start with the balls. So in general, over the past several years on this tree, I've been using just kind of a neutral, wintry type mix of things, whites, golds, silvers, things like that. I have a big bag of ornaments here. And so what I tend to do with these smaller ones is, for some of them, I will hang them as singles, and other ones I will double or triple them on the same attachment and kind of make a collection of them and hang them like that. And then also you want to hang them at different depths. So some will be more towards the outside, and then some will be kind of back in here. So that gives it a fuller look. And then I have other little things, picks and things that I could potentially just stick in there. What are these? Poinsettias. I have several of those that I could potentially use. Then I have other like specialty type ornaments like this snowflake here, things like that. just irregular shapes. So I usually, again, I'll start with the balls and then kind of work my way out from there. So the last thing to put on is I almost said cake topper, not the cake topper, the tree topper. And this is the one that I use. I've been using this one for a couple of years now. I don't know what it is. A partridge maybe in a pear tree. So this is what I put on top. Okay, I'll just jam it down on there. All right, and that's the spinning Christmas tree. So it's about time for me to get ready to go to work. So I'll come back later when I get off and finish the rest of the room. All right, guys, now it's time to turn my attention to the fireplace. This is an electric fireplace, and it does provide some heat, which is nice when it's cold out. So I do pretty simple little setup over here. What is this? A little dusty. All right, let's see if I can find all my stuff. One of my purchases from the after Christmas sale was this runner, and I thought this was a really cute neutral. Y'all know I fear color sometimes, but I felt like this was a nice neutral base that could go with a lot of different styles. So I'm just gonna kind of drape this across as kind of the base for this little section here. Let's try to, okay. I also have these candle holders. I think they're cute. They have a little bit of like a burlap, pine cones, jingle bells. So I think they look pretty nice. And I probably need some batteries for my candles. Let's see, I have stockings. Yeah, so I almost forgot that I have these stocking holders, and apparently I've never opened them. So let me find some scissors or something. Maybe a little better from up. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so on this table, let's see, I think I have a runner somewhere. I have this faux fur runner. I actually think I bought 2 of these, and not only are they super soft, but I also thought it could kind of act as snow, sort of like snow. My plan is, oh, this feels so good. I wish y'all could feel this. Wow. This, I might just sleep up here, but okay, I'm getting distracted. So when I was growing up, my mom would always decorate for Christmas, and one of the things that she had always was like a little village. And she would put, I don't know, something white, maybe it was cotton or something like that, that would look like snow, and then like position the village on top, and then we would have like the little light in the back, so they kind of lit up from the inside. And I always really loved that look. I don't have a village, and maybe I'll be able to get one at some point in the future, but I am thinking about trying to DIY or make some kind of like a silhouette of a little village that I can kind of backlight and kind of get the same effect. Obviously it won't be the same as like the little houses and things, but I think that's probably something that, I mean, unless I can go to like an estate sale or something and find a collection, I'll probably have to just acquire those over time. But that was kind of the idea of this, to kind of act like snow or look like snow. All right, then I have this little truck. It's made of metal, has the little holly leaves and things in the back, a little wreath in the front, and a little black and white bow. I think this is so cute. Kind of reminds me of my childhood. I mean, obviously this is an extremely old truck, but my dad, kind of reminds me of my dad. My dad was a farmer, and he always had a truck. So we'll put this truck in the snow and let that kind of start the little vignette up here. All right, I got this little village tree set. So this can kind of start my little village, but obviously these are not gonna be scaled right for this little truck here. But like I said, I'm just using what I have. It's got all different sizes. I have this little cowboy snowman. He's full of lights, and I got this in Dirty Santa one year. So let me see if I can get this plugged in. Okay, so I think what I want to do is add something like backlighting to this area down here with the truck. I have these little bitty fairy lights, and they are on this little thin wire, and they are very easy to tangle. So what I want to do is try to wrap them around. I just have this little scrap piece of cardboard, and I want to try to wrap them to try to keep them from tangling. I don't know if it's going to work, but I think it's better than just leaving them just flat so they can tangle, because they take a long time to untangle once they get tangled. Okay, so maybe if I have enough, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I got 4 strands of lights on this little scrap piece of plywood. Let's see if this gives me the effect. Just a little backlight. I think that's cool. Found these 2. These are LED candles that I forgot I had. Never opened it. So maybe I'll scatter these around. That might be cute. It's probably gonna be a nightmare trying to turn all this stuff off at night. I didn't think that through, but okay. Just some little LED candles. Put a few down at the bottom. And I got these on Temu, so they may not turn on tomorrow, but okay. All right, guys, the last section we're gonna do is the couch area. And obviously, I mean, it's a couch. How much can you do to it? But I got these pillow covers last year, and one of the things I like about them is that they are reversible. So like that would be one side, and this would be the other side. And so all of them are reversible, so you can kind of decide, pick and choose what kind of look you want. And I really prefer to use a pillow cover because obviously storage, it takes up virtually no space, unlike like a whole pillow. So these come in really handy. All right, and I prefer the more neutral side, so I'm just gonna put these around. I thought this one was so cute. It has the little truck on it, like my other truck down there, same type of truck. So obviously, you know, this side is gonna have to face out. I'm not a really like throw decor type person. However, I am gonna attempt to put a throw on this couch. And oh, I also forgot, I got this little pillow here at an estate sale for, I think for like $2 or something.